What happens when team strategy collides with what's fair to the drivers, or even the outcome of an entire championship? That's exactly the hot-button issue McLaren faced at the Italian Grand Prix, leading to a pit stop call that's still sparking debate. Let's break down what actually happened, why McLaren defended their choice, and where the controversy truly lies. Late in the race at Monza, McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri were holding second and third behind Max Verstappen. As the laps ticked by, both drivers stayed out long on their hard Pirelli tires before switching to the softer compound for a late race push. The order seemed set. Norris would have pit priority, but in a twist, it was Piastri who stopped first. His pit stop was a blazing fast 1.91 seconds, the quickest all season, while Norris, pitting a lap later, encountered a delay with his front left tire that pushed his stop to nearly 6 seconds. This unexpected hiccup resulted in Norris losing the advantage. Now here's where it gets controversial. Despite these events, Piastri was promptly told over the radio to hand the position back to Norris and continue battling to the finish. Unsurprisingly, Piastri questioned the fairness of this decision, saying, "We agreed slow pit stops were part of racing. What's changed now?" Yet, he accepted the order and let Norris by. When pressed by media, especially on the possibility that this move could ultimately cost Piastri a championship by a handful of critical points, team principal Andrea Stella stood firm. According to Stella, the reasoning wasn't just about what seemed fair in the moment, but rather about upholding the core values and consistent principles that guide McLaren's racing culture. Stella explained that the original plan was to sequence pit stops in such a way as to cover Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, who was their nearest threat at the time, even though he was almost 29 seconds behind. The team was also trying to maximize every possible advantage in case a safety car or a red flag presented a late race opportunity. Hence the decision to stay out longer and switch to soft tires. The controversial part, the heart of the debate, was that the original intent was not to have the drivers switch places. The plan, Stella emphasized, was all about timing and strategy, not about favoring one driver over the other. Due to the unexpected delay in Norris's pit stop, the order inevitably changed, and so McLaren chose to reinstate the pre-pit stop positions before letting their drivers race to the flag. Stella was adamant. "We thought it was absolutely the right thing to go back to the situation that existed before the pit stop, and then let them battle it out. That's what aligns with our values and what we stand for. And this is the part most people miss. By waiting to pit, McLaren risked more than just position. They were chasing a bigger prize, should the race be interrupted at the end. Had a late safety car or red flag occurred, both McLarens on fresh softs could have had a dramatic edge over Verstappen. The team was not simply reacting lap to lap, but thinking several moves ahead. But do you agree with McLaren's insistence on team principles over what seemed like a situational advantage for Piastri? Should a team correct a race order if it was changed by bad luck in the pits, or let the chips fall where they may? Is it right to enforce swaps at the cost of a driver's individual results, especially in a championship fight? This situation raises questions guaranteed to get Formula One fans talking. Let us know your thoughts. Should McLaren have handled this differently, or did they get it exactly right?